Good morning. It is Tuesday and it's my second day working at GMR, and I'm going to tell you how day one went. Actually, it went really well. Alright, so yesterday actually went very well. I went into work and everything, and I was so freaking nervous. What helped was all of my coworkers were talking about Pokemon Go because the Great Movie Ride is actually a Pokemon stop, and so someone activated a lure. So we were all like playing Pokemon and catching Pokemon, and so that helped kind of calm me down because I was so nervous. And I started, and what I ended up doing is I ended up pulling one of the second vehicles, which meant I had to wait for it to come around, and like for that specific pair to come around, and then I had to wait, like sit on it, and then do a full cycle and making sure like the vehicle is okay, and the maintenance didn't give it. So like I really didn't do much for like the first hour or so, but I got to have time alone with the attraction and kind of practice my spieling and practice when to hit the buttons and everything, and so that helped calm me down. That, and everyone was really like helpful. Like every time I was like, I don't know what to do, someone would step in and they would help me. And so like it ended up working out very well. I did several shows. I messed up one, but it wasn't really my fault. It was a combination of things. And but like I felt really good about it. Like it kind of gave me that time to kind of calm down and show myself that I know what I'm doing. I am still not comfortable with like loading the vehicles, as in like, you know, this many on this row, this many on that row, just because you have to load 70 people over the course of like 2 minutes. Well, not 70 exactly, but like about 70, and it's a lot, and I've never had to do anything like that before, and so it's probably why I'm uncomfortable with it still. But other than that, all the other positions I've got pretty well. I like working in the morning because most of the time, like the first couple of hours is very easy. Not that it's not like boring, just because like we're not like crazy busy. People are excited to come into the attraction and everything. But other than that, it ended really well. The only thing that I was kind of like on was I locked myself out of my car. As I parked, I pulled up the Pokemon Go app and I was playing Pokemon Go for a little bit. And then I got out of the car and I was so focused on catching, of all Pokemon, a Magikarp, that I forgot that my keys were in my ignition, and I got out of the car and I locked myself out. Had to sit in the heat for like an hour waiting for Jared to come home because the AAA lockout guide took forever to get here. And so I was so hot, and because I got off early too, so I had all this stuff I was going to do before Jared came home, but it's okay. And we ended up going to Epcot and going to go catch some more Pokemon, and pick up some Pokeballs and stuff from Pokestops. Anyway, that's pretty much been my life. Today's day 2. I have about 6-hour shifts all week long, and yeah, I'm really excited to perfect my show and maybe do some positions that I didn't get to do yesterday, and we'll see how today goes. Fingers crossed. I'm trying to be like positive about everything and just focus on how much fun it is, because I am having a lot of fun. Good morning. It's Wednesday. Ooh, you're fogging up. It's really humid out here. Hey guys, so I will admit that I've kind of been like lately when it comes to, when it comes to vlogging, just because like Jared and I think I've been trying to like get our like life schedule down. When I wasn't working like the last couple weeks, I was either like going to the parks and trying to relax, or I was like studying hardcore for training. As I had mentioned before, like I was like literally I would come home and I would study the script, and I would study the patterns on the different speeds for the vehicles and exit points and pretty much anything backwards, forwards, left and right of the Great Movie Ride. And so now we finally have like kind of calmed down. We're like, I'm going to work and he's going to work, and then we were sick last week, so I feel like the last couple of weeks have just been so much like of a whirlwind. I don't know, I just felt like sharing that. Like, sorry I haven't been vlogging. That and Pokemon Go has now like become my obsession, and so I'm trying to like balance adulting around playing Pokemon Go and everything else. Like, I was like, oh, I forgot time hop was a thing. Like, normally I'm very like religious about checking my time hop every single morning, and I realized I skipped like 2 days, and I was like, what? So anyway, I'm gonna go bathe Kiki. Today was a really good day. Yesterday was kind of like a day just because, like, well, it was a good day, it just ended on like a really, really sour note, and so it just kind of like meh. But I went swimming, and then Jared and I went to was that yesterday? Yeah, I went swimming and then I came home to kind of cool down, and then Jared and I went out with Sammy and James. We went to Steak and Shake. I'd never been to Steak and Shake before. Anyway, I have to bathe this booger before I forget. Just got off work. Today is Thursday. Today's shift was kind of rough. I am enjoying working in the Great Mover Ride. It's just, there's a lot of like safety concerns and things, and this week we're doing like what's called a safety audit, when like we have somebody come and like make sure we're doing everything perfect. And like, we're having a safety audit and we're also having a show audit, which means someone's also checking our shows as well. So I'm here like just barely scratching through, trying to like pick up the pieces. And of course, I do something that I've never done even in training. And it's like I said, it's a really small thing, but it's one of those things where it's like, because it's a safety thing, like I can get in trouble for it. But it was just one of those things where it's like, it had to happen when I had someone doing my show audit, when I had someone on my show, watching my show and waiting for me to mess up. I was just like so frustrated. I was like, oh, anyway. But I did have some good shows towards the end. First time ever, I actually had a show where no one applauded for me at the end, like where we asked like, okay everyone, places and action, and everyone's supposed to applaud. And I've had people not applaud for me at Anubis, and that's fine. I don't mind that. But at the end of the show, no one applauded for me, and I was just kind of like, oh, well, okay then. Anyway, I'm gonna go home and take a shower. My routine has become taking a shower, because by the time I get home, I'm so hot and sweaty just because it's horrible outside. Sorry about that. I didn't realize I was coming up the camera. Anyway, I'm gonna go home now. It is hot in this car. Good morning. It is Friday. I know normally you would actually be getting this vlog today, and the reason you aren't is because yesterday I like laid down because I was really, really sleepy. This whole week I've been so exhausted during my shift, and I laid down, and Jared and I were supposed to go shopping, and Jared let me fall asleep until like 9 o'clock. And I was like, well, now I'm not gonna go to sleep tonight because I'm not tired anymore, and now we can't go shopping. And so like it was a whole thing. And anyway, I don't want to talk too much because I know this vlog's already gotten really, really long, but I just want to say something funny, that this vlog actually helped me keep track of what my life has been like for this week, because all of the days we're getting a Great Movie Ride have really blurred together. And like when I was talking to my show observer, I was like, who was talking to me about how I got the safety warning or whatever. I told her, I was like, this is only my second week here, I've never done this before, da 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 da. And I got home and I was watching the video footage from this week, and I was like, wait a minute, this is my first week, this is the end of my first full week without training. And then I reminded myself that normally whenever I work at a new location, I never tell myself that I know what I'm doing until at least 3 to 4 weeks after working, because there's always going to be something you forgot, there's always going to be something that you haven't had to deal with yet, a situation. And so like I never let myself, or I try not to beat myself up when I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't know how to do this, or blah blah blah. And I think I just have forgotten that because it's been so long since I've worked in a completely different new area that I've never done before. So like I just want to say thank you guys for encouraging me to continue doing these vlogs, because I would have been beating myself up. And like even Jared this morning was like, I don't know why you said it was your second week, this is your first full week. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this vlog hasn't been too boring. I know it's been a lot of talking and not a lot of me filming anything interesting. I'm hoping to get an iPod Touch here soon, so that way I can film more, because my phone is just, it's a year old and now it's getting, you know, kind of showing in the software, like it's starting to get a little glitchy because I use it so much. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the vlog. Comment below, like, you know, if you are a cast member, like, you know, what were your thoughts, like, your first week and the first week working, or for anything, actually, anyone who has any sort of job, like, when did you kind of decide, like, I know what I'm doing? You know, was it, like, the end of your first week? Was it the end of training? Yeah, and I'll see you in the next video, which will probably be Sunday. Bye!